So I'm back at the same park I was at the other day to retest the video quality on the HTC 10. Let's give it a go. A lot of people have suggested that I may just be having an issue with the laser autofocus sensor. More specifically, it's dirty. Clean it. So I did. Squeaky clean even. And now that I'm editing and I have a better look at the results, I have to say it looks pretty good. All video today was shot in 1080p at 30 frames per second, just like my last HTC 10 video. I'll be reshooting pretty much everything I recorded the first time around. I don't have the LG G5 on me today. I'm not going to be comparing it with the HTC 10 only because I really want to solely focus on the quality of the 10. I made sure that my HTC camera app was up to date, and it was. So the version of the app you're seeing today is the same one from the other day. No change there. The dirt and the greenery looks pretty good, but it looks a tad overblown. The detail in the dirt though still looks good, but the greenery is a bit harder to pick out because of the shot. In this next clip, I'll be testing the autofocus, and actually I'll be doing it a lot throughout this video. The dirt, the bench, the sky, and back to the dirt. Looks good, right? The picture definitely looks a lot more detailed. It really does. Even working my way around what I'm focusing on keeps itself on track. There are a couple times where maybe it'll sense that it's not finding it, but it comes right back to it. Here's that same bench chair. Bottles included. Here's my question though, if it was just a dirty lens, right? Does that mean that every time it gets a little smudged, I'm gonna have to clean it off? Because on my other phones, that's not something I regularly do. I can pull the phone out of my pocket, turn it up, and I'm good to go. I can't imagine having to clean it up every single time. And I've also noticed that HTC has actually claimed that they do have an issue with the focusing. It looks like it is a known problem, and it looks like they're talking about releasing a fix or a patch or an update. And that guy's bike is kind of cool. Sorta. Not sure if that's focused in or not. As I pan away, it looks like it is. Somebody messed all the logs up on this art piece. Okay, I'm impressed. I really am. The camera, after cleaning the sensor, looks way better. Now, the conditions outside are a little different than the last time I was out here. It's still sunny and it's way windier, but the direction of the sun is in a different spot than last time. But even if it is, with all my testing on the 10, this looks like the best I've seen so far, which again is great, but concerning to me because of how easily a sensor can get dirty and cause issues. But it now looks like I need to do some more testing. Check out the focusing I do here. It seems depending on the shot, it isn't always consistent, but when it hits, it looks great. Now, in this clip, the picture was out of focus for at least 3 seconds before it corrected itself. But again, once it did, it seemed to lock on really well. You'll see me focus on something else further away and then really close up on this map. Again, impressive. colors here don't look as drowned out or as yellow as I've had in the past. They do look realistic. It's a good thing. Fork's looking good today. Cheese is looking good. Hanger's in tip-top shape. Not bad. Not bad. I am not the first person to experience issues with yellowing or focusing. If I was, I would have just called this an isolated event, cleaned the sensor off, and then just redid all my testing. But I can't bring myself to recommending spending $600–700 on a phone that has issues with the camera. But something as simple as cleaning the laser autofocus sensor is obviously, at least in this test, making a big difference. Again, I'm just scared that maybe this phone is prone to getting smudged and then performing poorly. But when cleaned, works like a charm. And I have to reiterate, it's not something I think about often because I go through phones a lot. And while I'll occasionally clean the lens or a sensor every now and then, it's honestly not something I do on a regular basis. It's not something I think a lot of people do in general. People carry their phones with them all the time. If they have to take a picture, they just pull it out of their pocket. They don't think about cleaning it off. This is where I say consistency is really important in a camera. Even though you can get a great shot from a phone, if it takes you like 10 tries, that's not good. As far as consistency goes, you don't want to be retaking a shot over and over and over. I'm curious if HTC has anything to say about this. I know when looking through the reviews on HTC's camera app, a representative has been instructing users to make sure the lens and sensor, they're wiped clean. For now, I'm gonna be retesting this phone again against all my others. It's only fair. Let's see what this camera can really do.